Hello, this is LordUg, and welcome to League of Legends. So, I was asked a question, which was the easiest champion to play. Now, I haven't played every champion, so of course I can't speak for them all, but out of the ones I've played or I own, the one I would buy if you want to start up and you want an easy champion to use is Darius. Now, I would also say Teemo, but I've already done Teemo, and he's ranged as well. So I thought I'd do a melee character that we could that would, to me, class as one of the easiest to play. However, rather than me sit and explain about his abilities, because they are a little bit complicated with some of his passives and that, I'm going to actually show you some YouTube footage from the League of Legends YouTube channel, or from the Riot Games channel, and I will put that link in the description so you can see it yourself. And so this is a champion spotlight on Darius, and it will explain how his abilities work.
Darius's passive is Hemorrhage. Darius's basic attacks and damaging abilities apply stacks of hemorrhage up to a cap. Hemorrhaging enemies bleed, taking damage over time for each stack. Additionally, Darius gains bonus movement speed for every bleeding enemy champion. Decimate swings Darius's axe around in a circle, damaging all nearby enemies. Enemy champions on the outside ring of the ability are struck by the blade of the axe and take additional damage. As his primary damage tool, I take Decimate at level 1 and max it right away. Crippling Strike causes Darius's next basic attack to deal bonus damage and slow his target. Crippling Strike cools down faster for every hemorrhage stack on his target. For increased damage and crowd control, I take a point in Crippling Strike early and max it by level 13. Apprehend passively gives Darius bonus armor penetration. When activated, he pulls in all enemies in front of him. Primary a utility ability, I take 1 point in Apprehend early, but max it last by level 18. Darius's ultimate is Noxian Guillotine. When activated, Darius leaps to target enemy champion, dealing extreme damage. Noxian Guillotine deals bonus damage based on how many hemorrhage stacks are on his target. Additionally, if Noxian Guillotine deals the killing blow, the ability's cooldown is immediately refreshed.
Okay, so there you go. Now you understand how his abilities work. So now we're going to get straight into the game to some killing, and you'll see how I use these abilities and why he is so easy to use. So I'll be right back. So this first kill here is a good way to show off Darius's bleed effect and the damage it can still do as it stacks. So here we have Garen come down, who we've fought with already, and I decide to go round into the long grass. Then I come out the other side thinking he's going to come and fight me, but he turns back towards his turret. So I run round a little bit, then go back to the long grass myself. There you go. And then I start to move out, and I run into Warwick, who starts to come after me for a fight. But I turn straight back in, move round, and he goes back to his turret too. I see Garen starting to run back, so I go back the way I came, out of the long grass, and meet up with him. I start hitting him, making him hemorrhage. I hit him with Crippling Strike and Apprehend, and then I just keep hitting him with hemorrhage till he's got all the stacks on him. Then I run away and let the bleed effect do its business. And that's basically how I did it with that one. I just wanted to show on that one the bleed effect. It's just a damage over time. So even when they get away, they still gain damage. And if the more you can do, the more stacks you can put on, up to a total of 5. That will give you a lot more. That will make him bleed more and take more damage. Okay, so let's go on to the next kill. Okay, so this next kill is also a good show of the hemorrhage bleed effect. I've been back and bought Bilgewater Cutlass to add some attack. So Garen comes down for a fight and we start to tussle a bit. And I've got just about all my abilities unlocked now, just about anyway. So we start fighting and I'm hitting him, just hemorrhaging him. I pull him back with Apprehend and then hit him with Crippling Strike. Make sure he's got 5 stacks on him and I turn and run away. He carries on going and he's actually running quite a while there before he dies. So it shows how long that 5 stack of hemorrhage is working on him until it kills him. It does last a while. And yeah, it drops him just because of that. So again, damage over time. Even that's why I say Darius is easy, because he is good for that. Even if they get away, they're still taking a lot of damage over time as they're running away. Okay, so let's move on to the next kill. Okay, so this time it's Warwick. He's been fighting Soraka. He takes off and Garen comes in and starts his spin. As he walks away, Warwick comes back in and starts to attack Soraka again. I move forward, start to hit him, he starts to go away. I pull him back, we apprehend. And then Decimate finishes him off. I'm not actually going to stop it here, because the next death is not far away. As you can see, Garen's been fighting with us and he's quite low now. So he turns away back from his turret and starts to spin again. This time I walk up past him, as you've seen me do before, and I come in from the side. Hit him with Apprehend, pull him back, and then it's a simple case of Decimate to finish him off. Yes, I could have hit him with Noxian Guillotine, but it wasn't needed. I knew Decimate could do the job. So that's 2 kills pretty quickly, and we're now up to 4. So let's move on to the next. Oh, before we do, as a side note here, you could just buy Boots of Speed and leave Darius at that, but I decided to buy Berserker Greaves here just for the attack speed, because it gives him a bit more attack speed and that's always handy to have. So, like I say, just leave it at Boots of Speed if you want, but yeah, it's your choice. Okay, so not much time's passed again. I was doing my usual staying between 2 turrets, waiting for them to try and run back, and Garen didn't, so I came out behind him, hit him with Crippling Strike, things like that. He tried to run away, apprehended him, pulled him back, hit him with Decimate. He had stacks of Hemorrhage on him, and just again, as usual, boom, there you go. It actually does do a lot of damage over time, that Hemorrhage, so yeah, that was a good example of it there, even more. You know, that was a good 3 or 4 seconds before he actually fell dead, so yeah, it was... that's the kind of thing you can do with him. Anyway, let's carry on to the next one. So with this one, you'll finally see me use the Noxian Guillotine. So Garen runs away, and then he comes back in a second. And when he comes back, I run up and start laying Hemorrhage down on him. Just normal hits, putting Hemorrhage on him. He starts to get away from me, I apprehend, pull him back, hit him with Decimate, follow up with Noxian Guillotine that just puts him on hardly any life, and the stacks of Hemorrhage do their job yet again, and that is another kill. So I might have to skip a few because I do quite a few kills in this one. I think I'm up to about 30 something. You don't need to see them all. You get the hang of it. But yeah, I'll probably skip to one that's that you might like to see. Just ones like that where I run them down, hit them with Hemorrhage and then bleed to death and things like that. You know, you'll keep seeing that again and again. So I'll just go to the next one, to one that you might be interested in seeing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't go far before I found this one. It's 2 kills, not close enough to be a double, but 2 kills pretty close together. So Warwick's fighting near my turret, he tries to run away, apprehend. I then hit Flash to catch him up, and then Decimate to kill him. I'm right next to Garen by now, he does his spin, and then I turn, I hit him with Crippling Strike, he starts to run away, Decimate, and then I just let him go. Now look at the energy he had left. And then wait, there you go, and there's that bleed effect yet again, doing a lot of damage. When he actually ran away, he still had a little bit of a chunk of health left, but it just eats away until there's nothing left. Anyway, let's go on to the next interesting part. Okay, so here's a good example of 2 skill abilities working together, or skills, to cause a lot of damage. So I start fighting Warwick, and I get him down quite low, hemorrhaging him as usual, pull him back, and I hit him with Decimate. Now, that chunk of energy he's got left there, I just hit him with Ignite, just as he gets out of range there. Now, Ignite and the bleed effect from Hemorrhage, boom, it takes him down. Now, what you've got to remember is, each little section above a champion's name, you see that green bar above my name, or in his case it was red, each little section is classed as 100 HP. So you can imagine that he had a few hundred HP left when he went off screen. But the mixture of the bleed from Hemorrhage and Ignite both working together wiped all that out and still killed him. So yeah, quite that's a lot of damage he can do, like in a damage over time, without even having to touch anybody. Anyway, I'll top you up on what I've bought. I changed the Bilgewater Cutlass to Blade of the Ruined King to give a bit more attack. Then I brought in Black Cleaver, and now I am. You see right now a Chain Vest in the 4th slot, but I'm actually going to change that up to Sunfire Cape. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, so I wanted to show you this one because it shows you kind of Darius in just about his strongest here. So Xin Zhao runs off and leaves me with Warwick. So I start to bring Warwick down with Hemorrhage. Hitting him. When he gets low enough, I hit him with Decimate, Noxian Guillotine and take him out. Just then Xin Zhao comes back down. So I run back up to him. Well, of course, because I've just used Noxian Guillotine and it killed. Well, if it kills when you hit with it, it refreshes it so you can use it again. So when Xin Zhao came down, all I did was just weaken him, hit him with everything usual, Decimate the combo and that. And then as soon as he got into cool down enough, I just did Noxian Guillotine again, and it killed him for a double. So that's just goes to show, because that's his ultimate, and it does a hell of a lot of damage, that. But every time you kill a champion, it's refreshed and you can use it again straight away on another champion. So yeah, it's really good for that. And that was a nice, quick and easy double. Okay, so we're 19 kills in now, and they all come down attacking our turret. I just keep edging forward and using Decimate. My Decimate does quite a lot of damage, so I just keep out and in. I know my turret's doing damage at the same time, so I just keep nipping out, nipping in and using Decimate. Anyway, I noticed I've gone down low enough now. Warwick comes down, I start hitting him. But just before I can get the kill, Rise gets the last hit, sneaky, and he takes the kill on that one. So I see Garen's low, so I decide to take him down. So, usual thing, I just keep trying to keep up with him, hitting him with Hemorrhage when possible. He comes back, does his spin, too late, it's with Noxian Guillotine. I kind of mistime my Noxian Guillotine here and just get trigger happy, and I use it on Sway way too easy. But all it does is injure him enough so I can kill him. So I take him down, and then just then Xin Zhao's running past, and I just give him one little slash with the axe, and that kills him. Actually, Tarek's lucky here because he managed to get away from me because he kept stunning me long enough for him to get to his turret, so it made it pointless chasing him on. But I picked up a nice triple, so yeah, that was nice and easy. Oh, just to fill you in, after the Sunfire Cape, I picked that up. I then got Trinity Force, and then I will here actually get Warden's Mail, but I'm going for Randuin's Omen, which, as you can see there on the screen now, it gives some nice health and that kind of thing. But yeah, that'll be it. That'll be my group of 6 once Randuin's Omen's in. So now you know what you. As I said, don't tell me this is right or wrong, whatever. I didn't put this together. This is actually somebody else's build from a website that shows you different builds for different champions. I haven't got the time to sit working it out myself, so yeah, I use that to do it, and it seems I can't say that it's wrong. I mean, though, it's actually doing me some good. So yeah, if you want to use it, there it is. Just remember you're going to Randuin's Omen at the end there. Okay, so here's a good example how Darius can take some damage too as well as give it. So Soraka and Rise are with me, and Warwick and Tarek come out of a side path. And the kills Rise, then kills Soraka. I then managed to kill Renekton because his health were low, so I hit him with Noxian Guillotine. But by using Decimate, which as I said causes quite a lot of damage, I make Tarek and Xin Zhao both back up. So I decided to take it through to the end here. So we're just coming down to the wind down. As you can see, 35 kills in the end. And yeah, I didn't even break a sweat. I can honestly say I didn't feel like I was going to die once. So yeah, I class him as probably one of the easiest characters to use. He's just so powerful. He is a bully basically. Now, it might not be best running into a crowd. He's not always the strongest character. I wouldn't throw him into a group of 3 without on his own, because it will get killed most times. But if you arrive like a second later so that people are distracted and he comes in, he can wipe out a team, he can wipe out all 5. He is actually really, really strong, and as you see, really easy to use, and things find it hard to get away, especially when there's apprehend to pull them back so you can finish them off. Noxian Guillotine, refreshes, if the hit you do with it kills. You know, in Hemorrhage, you saw the bleed effect that it did a lot of damage even when they ran off screen. So he is a really easy character for me, I think. So that would be your answer. If you ask which one to me is the easiest, that would be it. On a very quick side note, I've also, in every fight, tried to kill Baron Nashor with the character I'm using, whether it be Darius, whether it be Teemo, whether it be, Fiddlesticks or Nunu, whatever, and they've always failed. Today, I found a character that could do it, and it's my first, and I only bought him today. I learned to play him today, and I actually solo Baron Nashor with him, so I'm quite happy with that, and his name is Yorick. So I'm going to do a one on Yorick very soon, because I find him quite intriguing to play now. So I will see you soon, and that will be the next one, Yorick. So you take care, and bye for now.